Springfield Township Board of Trustees. It is September 8th, 2020. This is a dangerous property public hearing. Mr. Burning, may we please have the roll call?
Yes, Ms. Davis?
Present.
Mr. Burning? Present. Mr. Honolaw?
Present.
All the trustees are present.
The first thing we have is going to be a hearing regarding the property located at 453 Sheffield Road in Springfield Township, Ohio. It is right now approximately 4:50 p.m. This meeting was scheduled to begin at 4:45 p.m. on again, as I said, September the 8th. I would like to note that our law director, Laura Abrams, Township Administrator Chris Gilbert, Director of Infrastructure and Development, Michael Gould, Director of Administrative Services, Kathleen Kennedy, and also Chief Robert Leininger are in attendance for this meeting. I will note for the record that despite proper notices being sent out, there's no one present here at the hearing to represent the property owner. In fact, there's no one from the public here present at this hearing. Ms. Abrams, would you please recount the facts and procedural posture of this case?
Certainly. This case began in July. It looks like we initially were notified about the property and had a title search done on 7/22 of July 22nd of 20 to determine the owners of this property. The fire chief completed his review of the property and provided a memorandum to the board on August 4th of 20, indicating that the property was, as required by the statute, insecure, unsafe, structurally defective, and unfit for habitation. At that point, the board took up the matter on August 11th, 2020, and enacted resolution number 71/2020, declaring that property to be a dangerous property condition. The property was posted both the resolution and a legal ad was run as to this hearing date. Those items were posted on the property. We notified all owners and interested parties of record and of this hearing date today. It's my understanding that the chief went out to the property, I believe, today, and to look at the property again. The board has seen the pictures of the property previously. He did provide pictures of the property. Make sure I have the right one. Is that Sheffield?
That is correct.
I'll give that to the board for them to look at from today's condition. Oh, you have it as well?
That's from today.
That's from today.
Not from today, not the pictures from today.
Oh.
Yeah, what's in the director point would be the pictures from the previous visit to the property.
Yeah.
And that's all I have.
Thank you, Mrs. Abrams. Next, Chief Leininger, could you please describe the current condition of the property and if any steps have been taken to repair or remove the dangerous property condition or otherwise render the property safe, secure, or habitable?
Yes, Mr. Honolaw. Just for clarification, the property that we're talking about here is at 453 Sheffield in the Hollydale subdivision. I originally inspected that property on July the 28th. I re-inspected the property today and found it to be in exactly the same condition as it was when I originally inspected it. The deterioration continues, and it is my recommendation that the property be condemned and be removed and demolished. It is uninhabitable, and I do feel that it is a danger to the community, and security is also in question, and I think the neighbors have also expressed a desire to have it removed as well. Now, there is, thanks to our very productive Public Works Department, the grounds do look presentable because they've been, I think, taking care of the grounds through a nuisance. So the grass has been cut, and so the property itself aesthetically just strictly looks presentable, but the structure, we're just, by evaluating the structure, it does need to be removed, my recommendation.
Thank you, Chief.
Mr. Harnell, if I could just so we can get in the record a little bit, the board has seen the August 4th report, but I just want to highlight that at that time and certainly today, the fire chief indicated there's holes in the shingles, there's missing soffit, the roof trusses are exposed, there's feces inside. Obviously, it's completely open to vermin, as the fire chief would say. So it is not structurally safe. The roof is likely to collapse at some point. So this is a significantly damaged structure, and it would take some doing to repair it if someone were interested. I don't even know if it were possible, but no one's coming forward to do that. So it should be demolished.
Thank you, Ms. Abrams. Next, Mr. Gilbert, is there any additional information you would like to provide to the board regarding the property?
Not at this time.
Okay. Anything else, Ms. Abrams?
No, other than to reiterate that all the notices were properly sent. So if someone wanted to speak on behalf of this property, they would have been able to do so. In addition, the letters allow the people to call us to arrange to, as this board knows, we've done this in the past, where if someone calls or says they want to repair a property, we work with them, and we've not had any indication that that's the case with this property.
Got you. Very good. As there's no further information to be presented, the board can now deliberate. Any thoughts? Anyone?
Clearly, it needs to be taken down. I mean,
And the
looking at those pictures, I can't imagine how you would possibly try to, you'd be better off tearing it down and building a new place there.
Gotcha.
And we've heard from residents of their desire for that building, for that structure to be demolished as well. And we've had no contact, or we have heard nothing from the property owner. So I think it's reasonable to go ahead and demolish that property.
Okay. Therefore, can we entertain a motion?
So moved.
Second,
Well, I think we need, let's,
it's right here, Joe, immediate removal.
okay.
So I need to read that. Do I need
I'll
to-
make a motion that the board determine that the property located at 453 Sheffield Road be declared a dangerous property because it is insecure, unsafe, and structurally defective, and that the board authorize township personnel to immediately enforce the previously enacted resolution and remove the dangerous property condition by giving the property owner 30 days written notice of the intended removal demolition of the structures located on the property. Do we have a second?
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Do we have a motion to close this public hearing?
So moved.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting's closed.
And welcome to a special meeting of the Springfield Township Board of Trustees. It is 5 p.m. on September 8th, 2020. We are here for a dangerous property public hearing. This is regarding the property condition at 11 Ridgeway Road, Springfield Township, Ohio. Mr. Burning, may we please have the roll call?
Yes, Ms. Davis?
Present.
Mr. Burning?
Present.
Mr. Honolaw?
Present.
All the trustees are present.
I would like the record to note that our Law Director, Laura Abrams, Township Administrator, Christopher Gilbert, Director of Infrastructure and Development, Michael Gould, Director of Administrative Services, Kathleen Kennedy, and Fire Chief Rob Leininger are also in attendance. I will note for the record that despite proper notices being sent, no one is here to represent the property owner in this hearing. Ms. Abrams, would you please recount the facts and procedural posture of this case?
Certainly. This property is well known to the trustees. We've been dealing with this property and nuisances and property maintenance issues on this property since at least 2007. Our most recent issues arose when the fire chief went and looked at the property on August 5th of 2020. He provided a memo to the board and Mr. Gilbert at that time, indicating, as the statute requires, that it is insecure. Now I'm losing all the words, but insecure, uninhabitable, unsafe, structurally defective, thank you. All of those lingo. At which point the board then proceeded to declare it a dangerous property condition. We had a resolution August 11th. It was 72-2020, in which we began this process. A title search was done on July 2nd to determine who the owners and lien holders of record were. Certified letters were mailed on August 20th to all of those individuals. An ad was run on 8/29 of 20. As is our policy, we posted that on September 2nd on the property and proceeded with this process. We have not heard anyone on this property. Also, the board should also know this property is in foreclosure. It's been delayed at various points. Those parties were notified as well. I believe that foreclosure is stalled at this point, but obviously, if anyone dealing with the foreclosure was interested, they would have come to us as well. The fire chief has also inspected this property today and provided both a photograph of the postings to indicate those remain on the property and a picture of the property as well. The board, I would note for the record, the board obviously has reviewed this parcel and this building prior to making its determination relative to the resolution on August 11th.
Thank you, Ms. Abrams. Next, Chief Leininger, could you please describe the current condition of the property and if any steps have been taken to repair or remove the dangerous property condition or otherwise render the property safe, secure, or habitable?
Yes, sir, Mr. Hunter Law. I originally inspected the property on August the 5th. I re-inspected the property again today. Between August the 5th and today, there has been no effort on the part of the property owner to do anything to correct the deficiencies noted. The property continues to deteriorate. It is not secure, and in my opinion, it is uninhabitable. The neighbors have also expressed concern that the unsecured property may squatters or unauthorized personnel could have access to that house and use it for a variety of different means. It is so dangerous that I am prohibiting my firefighters from making entry into that property unless there is some obvious sign of entrapment by an individual or something like that. The floors are rotted. There's a danger that firefighters could fall through the floor. And structurally, as you can see from the photographs taken on August the 5th, the rot and deterioration is extremely dangerous to our firefighters and anybody that enters that property. Therefore, my recommendation is that the property be demolished.
Thank you, Chief Leininger. Next, Mr. Gilbert, do you have any additional information for us?
I don't. Ms. Abrams and Mr. Leininger have pretty much covered.
Ms. Abrams, is there any additional information that you have based on the chief's testimony?
No, I would just reiterate that the photographs in this one do a pretty good job of showing the condition. I mean, the roof trusses are falling apart and or non-existent.
And
it appears
the board has had an opportunity to review all those photographs as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. As there is no further information to be presented, and I would like for the record to again note that there is no one here present on behalf of the property owner to speak at this hearing. As there's no further information to be presented, the board can now deliberate. Does the board wish to make a decision regarding the dangerous property condition at 11 Ridgeway Road? And if so, I would entertain a motion to that effect.
Yes, for all the reasons that were stated by both the chief and Laura Abrams, a thorough investigation, if you will, has been conducted, and I think we should make a decision today regarding those properties. And so I am making the motion.
Okay, thank you.
Seconded? You want it?
All
Laura,
those,
does the record need to reflect?
Yeah, you should have that motion in that manner.
Christie, do you want to read since it's your motion?
Sure.
Read that one right there into the record.
Sure. I move that the board determine that the property located at, it's the Ridgeway, 11 Ridgeway Road, be declared a dangerous property because it is insecure, safe, or structurally defective, and that the board authorize township personnel to immediately enforce the previously enacted resolution and remove the dangerous property condition after giving the proper owner 30 days written notice of the intended removal/demolition of the structures located on the property.
Seconded.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. If there's no other business before the board regarding 11 Ridgeway Road, do we have a motion to adjourn this public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned.